Cut that. That was way too hard.
That was not what I meant.
Jamie's going to make it stay in.
Or I'm going to bleep the whole thing, and then I'm going to make jokes the rest of this podcast that you said something racist.
That's worse. That's way worse. Welcome to another episode of the Creature Podcast. I'm Mike.
I'm Lindsay.
And you know, when we started this podcast, I had goofs. I made my podcasting colleagues play with me when approaching the major horror franchises that we are inevitably going to cover. And it included dice and a little dice tower and little masks, and it failed completely. Roll for parts we did a couple times.
Like 3, I think. Yeah.
And then realized that in order to randomly cover these multi-sequel franchises, it was going to be impossible to holistically actually cover them.
Yes.
I think our biggest realization on that was we talked about all of Scream when we talked about Scream 5.
Yeah.
So like doing that as a whole ass episode was just not gonna work.
Right.
So instead we found a better way, which I guess is just me like deciding on what it is. And I picked the perfect example of kind of the best, in my opinion, the best of a franchise and simultaneously the reason why you need to stop doing the franchise. Today we're talking about 1988's Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, written by Alan B. McElroy and directed by Dwight H. Little. This is our first step into the Halloween game, and I don't even know if we're going to talk about the movie. We're just going to talk about... We are. Jamie, what is your experience with Halloween 1978, John Carpenter's, or beyond?
Last night, I wore a collagen face mask, and John told me I look like Michael Myers. That's all I got for you.
That's all. Okay.
And I know Jamie Lloyd Curtis was there.
Okay.
Is there.
Well, was there.
You can visualize Michael Myers, however. The Shape is what he was originally called in the first one.
The Shape.
I think they didn't even want him to have a name, but that's a whole different... See, I'm already doing it. This is going to be insane.
It's okay.
It's okay. Everybody take Michael's hand and be a Sherpa up this mountain of a franchise. Okay, so I picked Halloween 4. I guess let's do this.
Yeah, sure.
Because John Carpenter's Halloween is a monolith. It's one of the reasons slashers exist.
Right.
Obviously, it's not the first.
Too big of a movie for us to want to talk about.
It's too good. It's too straightforward. It's almost... I don't know if we would even make it entertaining to talk about, frankly.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah.
The second movie is... picks up the moment the first movie stops.
Right.
So it is just...
Feels like a continuation of the first one.
1 and 2 are the same night. The third movie we're absolutely talking about is called Season of the Witch, or subtitled Season of the Witch. It has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Everyone listening to this podcast knows this.
Yes.
Season of the Witch is a fucking bonkers movie. It's its own precious jewel that sits apart from a lumbering slasher.
Right.
So I picked 4, The Return, because it's going to reference... This is a movie that I have heard... Well, I know John Carpenter and Deborah Hill had a pass at this. And they're like, no, we don't want this. Now, it's either they had a pass at it because they wanted Halloween to be an anthology that didn't have anything to do with Michael Myers. That's why 3 is what 3 is. And they were going to do something completely different. Or if they did you're doing Michael Myers with or without us.
Right.
So we're going to do what happens when he returns. And that was passed on.
Right.
Which I love the idea of people passing on John Carpenter and Deborah Hill stuff. And they were never critically acclaimed when their movies came out. The Thing was a bomb. Critics hated it.
I love that movie.
How wrong people are. It's just insane. That forced John Carpenter to just sit down, smoke weed, and play video games for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
Makes music, of course. So, Halloween 4.
Yes.
As you can tell, I'm already a little manic just because... When we sat down and watched it last night, and you this morning...
Yeah, I watched it this morning.
We both had the same kind of experience, right?
Explain.
That we're like, is this good? And and then within 5 minutes, we're like, oh, we love watching these movies.
I do love watching these movies. It reminded me of how much fun it is to watch an 80s slasher movie. Especially one that's not, like, just gratuitous.
This movie is so fucking artfully done while checking all the boxes of, we're going to have a sex scene, we're going to have a gore, we're going to do this and that. And yet it does it in a, dare I say, classy way.
Sure.
Or classier way.
Classier way, yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis in this one?
No.
She's in a picture.
Her photograph is in this one.
And also,
she comes back sporadically throughout this franchise.
she has died and returned and died and returned as much as any slasher has died and returned.
Yes.
Well,
You can't keep a Jamie down.
No, you cannot keep Jamie down.
This fucking franchise is the most retconned. Never mind, remember 1 and 2, but not 3 and 4. Remember 4 and 5 and 6, but don't remember 7 and 8.
That is
Busta Rhymes is going to kung fu fight Michael Myers in Resurrection. We're talking about it sometime. But forget that. Rob Zombie's doing stuff, but that's not canon.
That's not part of canon, yeah.
Get that out of here. And then David Gordon Green's going to show up and do 3 fucking recent
Bring
sequels
Jamie
that
back again.
all fucking suck.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck you, come at me.
since I'm not sure,
Okay.
in the first one, he escapes a mental hospital?
Yes,
And
we will do
attacks
that over and over and over.
Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a babysitter?
Okay.
You're right. We're going to baseline this shit. This is the longest we've gone without talking about the movie.
okay.
The baseline is that as a very young boy, Michael Myers dons a clown costume, puts a mask on, and kills his sister.
His teenage sister.
His teenage sister.
Yes.
I believe the parents come home and catch him, and he has just slaughtered his sister with a knife. He's standing out in the driveway when the parents rush home and they pull the mask on, and it's just this little boy. Years later, he escapes a mental institution. The whole rainy night, all the mental institution people are out in the yard, and he walks into Haddonfield,
Where he was raised.
where he was raised, to kill.
Yeah.
To kill specifically a group of
Teenagers.
yeah, babysitters.
It's a babysitter and another babysitter. They're like babysitting across the street from each other.
Across the street on a Halloween night.
And then the other teenagers that are in their sphere.
Right.
Yeah.
He is called The Shape in it. He was never supposed to have a backstory. He's not related to anyone in that movie.
No.
There is no rhyme or reason why
Okay,
he's doing it.
that's what I was going to say. I was like, is there a reason, or he's just like...
And that
He's
was
just
it.
murdering.
What John Carpenter and Deborah Hill hated was that it was so successful. It was one of the most successful. Like, it made Friday the 13th happen. People were trying to...
I mean, it laid out the
this.
whole rules of a horror movie, especially like if you see boobs, they're gonna die.
It wasn't quite as defined as that yet, but... Cat got your tongue, Bob? Is that what she asked? But anyway.
I don't know. But yeah, it laid out a lot of rules of slasher
rules.
movies.
The reason Friday the 13th is called Friday the 13th is because they're like, what's another spooky day like Halloween?
Right.
Friday the 13th never comes up in that franchise.
No.
It's not Jason's
never.
birthday. Like, why would it be his birthday? It's just so funny that they're like,
Right.
we need a spooky day.
Yeah.
So it was so successful, sequels had to happen. And that's when they were like, the reason he's doing this is that this is the baby sister of Michael Myers.
Right.
Who was, what you did not see is she was in the crib in that house that night, and he broke out to finish the job or whatever.
Gonna finish killing his other sibling.
And that became canon until this franchise is constantly like, forget that. And does it over and over again.
It does.
As we're going to do here. Let's just roll in, because there's a lot of mirrors in this from the OG to this one that are very interesting.
Just one more thing. He's not, like, abused by his family or anything. He's just... They said he's
Which
just...
one do you want to talk about?
Oh.
In the OG, you know nothing about
He
him.
just, off the bat, you're
You have
like,
no idea
this
why.
kid's messed up.
Yeah. And
Donald
we learned, the
Dr.
doctor says
Loomis.
he's evil.
Yeah, Dr. Loomis, played by Donald Pleasance in almost all of these, is of the opinion that he is just evil. He almost has the exact same, he compares Michael Myers in the first one to, like, Jaws. They both are talk about the dead, soulless
Cool
black
take
eyes.
for a doctor.
Oh.
But one of my favorite things is everyone hates these Rob Zombie movies.
I was going to say, all I can think about is the hospital scene in that movie.
If you watch these with any kind of clear eyes, even Donald Pleasance just like, even this one, they go, are you the crazy one?
Yeah.
Because it's really weird to just fuck. And
He's like, he's evil. Like,
yeah.
Are you?
Rob Zombies explores that, because in that one, Loomis is played by Malcolm McDowell. And they, especially number 2, play it where, like, this is a terrible man.
Yeah.
Who basically built a psychopath by telling a child he's evil his entire life.
Yep.
And everyone hates those movies, and they're kind of hard to like.
Yeah, they are. They're a bit rough.
They're super rough, because Rob Zombie's a fucking successful carny. He doesn't really make movies. He just explodes carnival rides all over places. I'm a little bit of an apologist, because I find that in those movies, he did the opposite of what Carpenter did, where he explained everything. He showed the abusive childhood. He showed the one love of his mother who died, and like the psychology of it all, and did it with all the rough edges and Sherry Moon Zombie of it all.
Right.
So it made it rough. But it absolutely was like, perhaps Loomis is the problem.
Right.
We're going to touch on that a little bit. Jesus Christ, I told you this is going to be
I know you did.
Let's start doing our first Halloween movie.
Okay, so it's October 30th, 1988.
Right.
Okay.
I was alive.
You were alive.
So that is in the movie real time,
yeah.
because this is 1988 when the movie came out.
Yep, okay.
And also 10 years after the events of the first one.
Yes,
That
okay.
was 78.
It opens up on like farmland celebrating Halloween, and it's night now, and we're watching an ambulance, and it's driving in the rain.
This is so funny because already I'm like, you see the beautiful orange ITC serif Gothic heavy font. You see, like, everything about, like, I'm so deeply in love with these movies that
And
I like
I'm just
the
like
fonts.
breezing through it. Okay.
Like the cat and slap your phone
it's-
off the table so you can't read your notes and be like, no. Just Lindsay speaking.
It is blinking to various slightly spookified farmland.
It is, yes.
There's a cool six-armed scarecrow.
Everybody's got their decorations out.
Yeah.
There's jack-o'-lanterns. Yes, it's Halloween is what it's telling us, even though it already gave us the date, but what's okay. So there's an ambulance driving in the rain. To me, it looked like there was 2 in the front and 1 in the back, but I believe there's 2 in the back as well in this ambulance. And they arrive at Ridgemont Federal Sanitarium. They're picking up a patient to transfer to Smith's Grove.
Yes.
And they're running late because of the weather.
Right.
And there's a guard that walks them through the halls.
There's
and
a really talkative guard that's like, everyone else is kind of buttoned up, but the talkative guard is like...
He says, this is where society dumps its worst nightmares.
This is where society is like, come with me.
Yeah.
And you hear a scream, he's like, you're never going to forget their faces.
No, yeah,
And
he
he's
does
like,
say that.
this is where society dumps its worst nightmares. And then going down the elevator, there's another yell, and one of them goes, Jesus. And he turns, he's like, Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this place. He's such a fucking...
It's trying to lay on the spookiness pretty thick.
Yeah.
So they get into an elevator, and it's like got a cage on it, so it's like an old-fashioned elevator.
Yeah. And it literally goes down to like the basement.
Yeah,
like,
something
there's
like
pipes
that.
on the wall.
Yeah. So the guard tells the attendants that come to pick the patient up that a decade ago on Halloween night, the person that they're picking up murdered 16 people, maybe more, and trying to get to his sister, and he nearly got her, but the doctor, of all people, shot him 6 times. Then he set him on fire. And both of them nearly burned to death.
Right. So that is the events of both Halloween 1 and 2, because that's all one night.
It's like, that's our whole recap. And then
technically, he probably, if you add up the number of bodies, there should have been more between the 2 movies.
probably, but whatever. And then the elevator arrives, and then the guard says, "Welcome to hell."
Yeah. Again.
You're like, you should get a new job, buddy. I don't really think you like this one.
Probably not.
Which, same.
They get to the patient.
He'd be having a have a real fun time with this.
He does. He's actually having a lot of fun being this showboat of a hell director.
He's taking these guys into the bowels of a haunted house, essentially.
He used to work at Universal Studios as a tour guide, so he's like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And funny enough, when they get into this basement, it looks like it's a makeshift place to hold, like there's a fence up, but there's like steam coming out, and it's all lit like a haunted house.
Sure, it is, yes. So one of the attendants goes to sign paperwork with the guard, and he's asking after Dr. Loomis. Because he's like, isn't he Michael's doctor, you know?
Yeah,
and
he's still Michael's doctor. Why isn't he here? And he says if he read memos, he would be.
Yes.
This movie does such a great job at actually explaining things. And so when he's like, Loomis would be here if he knew about it.
He would, yeah.
But he's not. And I hope with Michael leaving, he will retire or go on vacation or
die. Yes, is what
because
he says.
Clearly, Loomis is also a problem.
Yeah, Loomis is definitely a problem. Then his arm flops off the gurney.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so they have a restraint across his shoulders and across his legs. And I'm like, why wouldn't you restrain somebody's hands? That's like what they do. They restrain your hands.
Big, beefy hand is all scarred up. It's got like fire
burns on it. Yeah. It's just so dumb. Whatever.
Already mad.
I am already mad. They get Michael into the back of the ambulance and they drive off. And the 2 in the back are talking about.
No, hang on.
Oh, I skipped lots of shit.
I know, but I need to jump in.
Slap your phone right off the table.
They go, all right, let's move him. And the Halloween theme starts for the first time.
Oh, it does, yeah.
As they roll him out into the rain.
I don't know how to say it.
No, you don't. everyone knows the Halloween thing, but it's important that you're like, it hasn't started yet, and this is when it starts. Sure. It starts 3 times in this at 3 specific places.
Does, yeah.
They are very good at honoring John Carpenter's musical stings, and like just doing the ding ding piano in places, just to tell you that this whole thing does a beautiful homage to the original.
It does.
It's clunkier, it's more cartoonish,
right?
But its heart is in its right place, and it's pretty successful.
Okay, so they're in the back of the ambulance, and they're talking about Michael, if he has any living relatives. And one of them is like, oh, he has a niece, but she's too young to be his... They say ward. That's not what you're supposed to say. To be his guardian.
To be his guardian.
Yeah, a ward is the actual person you guard.
Well, and then they say...
I was like, why would anyone be his ward?
Yeah, exactly.
I think they confuse it because they say, oh, he's a state's problem now.
He's a ward of the state.
And the ward of the state.
He's a ward of the state. Yeah.
So I think the screenwriters just kind of mixed that up. But anyway, when they say out loud he's got a niece, you see Michael's hands turn
clench.
Into a fist.
He just found out he has a family member.
Which is...
What the fuck is wrong with it? Why he hates his family?
Yeah, he hates his family.
He's like, we got bad blood.
There's this movie.
Which movie is the one that spells out he killed his siblings because... Is that the Rob Zombie one? Because, like, they're all psychopaths and, like, he was keeping the genetics from transferring?
Well...
Like, there's a movie out there that said that. I know there is.
Well, in this one, the genetics are...
I know.
So, there seems to be a psychic link, a vague psychic link between him and his niece in this movie.
Yeah, there is.
So they're playing around. They're not telling you anything, but they're playing around with the vague idea that maybe evil does exist.
Sure.
Just inherently.
Right. Okay, so he grabs the male attendant and then bashes his head in and thrusts his thumb into his forehead.
There's talk about ward of the state, and then the guy goes, I still don't understand. And then suddenly his hand grabs his face, bashes it against the ambulance wall, and then just... I guess Michael Myers' hands are just...
human strength.
Just moves into his skull.
Yeah, his skull is made out of clay.
Like bowling ball, turning this man's head into a bowling ball.
Yes.
The lady attendant just screams.
Yeah, she's just screaming. Yeah, and then we cut to a young girl and a dog on a couch looking out the rain in the dark.
Is that dog going to be okay?
I have really bad news about dogs in the entire franchise of Halloween.
What are we... I'm going to stop the recording. We're done. This is the last episode, and goodbye. Fuck this.
It's not dead yet.
And...
We don't see it.
You don't see it. He probably died in his sleep, and it's just a coincidence. That could happen.
He's scared to death.
Or
he was locked in a closet.
Or wasn't scared to death, just went to sleep peacefully, had a great dream of running through a field, and then just went off to the Rainbow Bridge. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, moved on to the next phase.
When Michael gets there, he's like, oh, there's a dead dog here, and then just went about his day.
He was like, these people really are fucked up. I should kill them. They killed this dog.
They're just leaving a dog corpse lying around. I'm going to keep trying to kill these people. That's probably what happened in the movie.
Okay. So this girl is staring at a Smith Grove ambulance across the street from her house.
Right. So this is Jamie Lloyd, and she's played by Danielle Harris. What's very interesting about, I don't know, very interesting, but the OG 1978 opening credits says introducing Jamie Lee Curtis for the first movie. These credits say introducing Danielle Harris. She's 11 in this.
She's 8 in this. Oh, the actress
is 11 in this.
The character is 8.
And what's hilarious is they say that little boy Michael Myers was 6, and these kids are clearly like 11, 12.
Well, yeah, it's a movie.
Just call them, why is it weirder that they're...
Well, for this reason, this one is because of the timeline of Jamie being her mother.
No one, including the makers of this movie, give a shit about the timelines.
Look, it's hard to get a 6-year-old to hold a knife.
Exactly. They have to do.
An 11-year-old and be like, you're 6 now.
Anyway, she is set up from this movie on to be a scream queen. Danielle Harris has been in 100 horror movies. She was in Urban Legend. She's obviously in the next movie, in 5. Spoilers, I guess. She's in the Hatchet franchise, but also at a very young age, she was in things like Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. Yep. She's the little girl in there, and Free Willy. So, she was...
Free Willy?
Yeah, I'm assuming the little girl in the main little girl in Free Willy. I've never seen that.
I don't remember it. We had it on VHS.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I don't think I've seen it outside of the 90s or mid-90s.
I love those Free Willy movies.
I did too.
I saw them in theaters.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies with whales in them. Just as a...
It's just as the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was a child.
Sharks, yes. I was a child.
I feel like I'm going to have to start clocking that and see if that's untrue or not.
I've never seen Moby Dick. I've
who
never
cares
seen
about that?
Free Willy 2.
What about
I've seen Free Willy 1, 2, and 3.
Huh?
Have you seen For 50 First Dates?
No, I have not.
I've seen 50 First Dates.
Me too. I'm trying to think of movies with whales in them.
Okay, Pinocchio.
Ah.
I've seen and
Is the animated one or the live action one?
the animated.
What about Whale Rider? Came out like
No.
way long ago.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a New Zealand movie.
It won like a bunch of awards.
Yeah.
This
about the
episode is
Maori
going to be so
people.
long, and I did this, and I started the whale bit.
Okay.
Anyway, back to Danielle Harris. That's her name.
Okay, so Danielle Harris plays Jamie, and a woman comes in and joins her named Rachel on the couch.
Yes.
And Jamie wants to know if Rachel loves her like a sister, but they're not really sisters.
So yeah, there's some family math done here where Jamie's not her sister. Jamie's parents have been dead for 11 months.
11 months, yep.
And
And that includes Laurie Strode.
and Jamie's mom used to babysit Rachel. Was
Right.
a nice little throwaway line to connect.
Yes.
So
And,
they did-
and Jamie is being fostered by the Carruthers, Rachel's parents.
Yes. And so this is her foster
So her
family.
foster family.
And that's pretty much it. They made
Mm-hmm.
it unnecessarily complicated by naming her after Jamie Lee Curtis, just as an honorific
Sure.
to do that. But also, this movie has a Jamie and a Michael and a Lindsay.
It does.
We're all there.
We're all there. We all survived.
all survived.
We all survived the movie. Yeah. Okay. Rachel takes Jamie back to bed. After she leaves, Jamie goes into her closet to get a shoebox of cards and photos and find a picture of her mom. And
So
then
that's verified that it's a picture of young Jamie Lee Curtis.
Right.
And on the back it says mom. So you're like, got it.
Okay, so Laurie Strode is her mom.
Yes.
And then she sits there and she cries over it. And then she returns the box to the closet. And in the mirror, in the lightning flash, we see Michael Myers is standing in the room.
Pretty good jump scare.
It is,
Here.
yeah.
2 of them back to back.
Yep. Then she goes to go pray as I lay me down to sleep, whatever the rest of it is. And the closet door creaks open. Inside, she finds a doll on the floor. She picks it up and puts it back where it's supposed to go. And then she goes back into the room, but then the door creaks open again. As she's looking, a hand grabs her ankle from under the bed,
Yep.
and she screams. And then Michael Myers sits up from under the bed, and Jamie is banging on the door and screaming for help, let me out, let me out. And then Michael Myers has a knife.
Stands with the knife. It's all very...
And then Mr. and Mrs. Carruthers come running down the hall, and they find Jamie actually in the closet.
What happens first, she gets the bedroom door open, and Michael Myers is standing on the other side of the door also.
Yes, sorry.
So immediately you're like, oh, this is a dream.
It was a dream.
Except dude, this
I
movie
know.
does some cool shit before anybody else did cool shit like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then as there's a second Michael Myers there, then the Carruthers are
Then the
running
Carruthers
down
come down, and they actually
him.
find Jamie in the closet hugging the shoebox. She had fallen asleep. Yeah.
So 2 things I want to say here. It must be harrowing for these young people to be in these movies.
I was thinking about that actually in the school later, when you saw the tear, it was just like...
she is crying or looking
Real.
like she's about to cry through most of this movie. And
I was just thinking about the trauma that you have to carry
Yeah.
to put yourself in this place as a young child.
Yeah.
And then how do you not carry that for the rest of your life?
And I think you do. And she's had a million interviews about this.
Sure.
Obviously, because this is such a
This movie
seminal
is so
franchise.
child-centric.
Oh, yeah. And we'll get there.
So is
I
the
want to
next
say
one.
so many things about this movie, but I know it's weird that Halloween, I don't know. I'm just a little high on my Halloween viewing experience last night.
I just had a thought when other podcasts, when they go through the entire franchise at once, it's for this energy, to keep it going, I was just thinking about that. Yeah.
Maybe, but I think dipping into this with I like time is not linear type vibes, and that you dip in and you just click with the future and the past simultaneously.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, interrupt you.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to really quick say the dog's name is Sunday.
Oh, yeah, I missed that earlier. Yes, when Rachel comes out onto the couch, she
Yeah.
says, "Come on, Sunday." Yeah, the dog's name is Sunday.
Oh, yeah. And then, it's also very weird. This is full on Michael Myers. And there's no way that this young person has any idea what this person looks like.
Right.
So it's a dream.
It's a dream.
This dude doesn't have a mask yet.
No.
And she knows in her brain what this horror coming for her
Sure.
is. And in and of itself, you're like, that's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
It is a little weird.
I will say, now knowing that he is just killing animals, Dr. Loomis is right. He's evil. I'm sold.
We're not there yet, but my love for Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis is unending. I will be doing
I'm
terrible
sold.
Donald Pleasance
he's right.
lines during this entire thing.
It's the next morning. It's Halloween, and kids are all already running around in costume because they're going to school in costume.
So perfect. We'll just do this right now. This is what I was going to say later. This movie is packed with extras, making everything look real. This is a camera shot going down a beautiful suburban street. And in a minute, we'll have Haddonfield, Illinois, in that beautiful font pop up, and that October 31st pop up. A school bus is coming down the street. There's all this line of kids running in costume. There's an old man with a rake. And throughout this movie, in the drugstore and whatever, the bar everywhere, it is packed to the gills with people just living their lives, and it feels incredibly lived in.
Yeah.
That's why, like, Friday the 13th, I'm always like, where are the fucking kids at? This is a camp, right?
Yeah. The counselors are there before the kids.
Except number 6, which I think is our next Friday the 13th for you.
Okay.
It's the one with kids.
Okay.
Like, and it's such a better, like, oh, yeah, peril.
Right.
You got to save these fucking kids.
We're not going to do the one with Corey Feldman?
Baby, we could throw a
it's
dart.
the wrong Corey, isn't it?
No.
Okay, good.
We could throw a dart at that franchise and hit a bullseye every single time.
Okay.
Except for Takes Manhattan.
I love Takes Manhattan.
Yeah.
I think it's so dumb, but I love it.
Yeah, there's something about that franchise that every time we just like go, oh yeah, this clicks.
There's also still, let me remind you, the unmade Friday the 13th, lucky number 13. Jason Goes to Vegas.
Yes.
Still waiting.
I've talked to my people, and they are just not budging on it. Okay.
Okay, so it's morning. They're eating breakfast. Mom gets a call. The Carruthers babysitter has canceled because she broke her ankle. They make Rachel cancel her date to babysit Jamie, and Rachel is so upset because this guy is about to commit.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Mom is gonna ruin her future by not letting her have this one date.
I really do feel like telling your parents he's gonna commit tonight is obvious code for he's gonna fuck me tonight, or I'm gonna let him fuck me tonight.
No, he's gonna ask her to be his girlfriend tonight.
Okay, well,
that's what that's supposed to be.
That's not what happened. That's not what Brady is down.
No, Brady did not do that. Anyways, so she gets upset, but Jamie overhears Rachel basically saying, I don't want to do this, and she gets really upset.
Yeah.
And she runs off, but Rachel follows her, and she smooths it over, and they make plans to get ice cream and not trick-or-treat after school.
Right. Because Jamie doesn't want to trick-or-treat, but she is down for ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
There's a couple things in this. They're so 80s, like, Mom wants Rachel to eat more, and she's like, I'm on a diet. Do you want an oinker for a daughter?
Yeah. But then she proceeds to eat like an entire bagel with cream cheese, which I feel like is a pretty decent breakfast, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
and what she wanted her to eat.
I guess also eggs and also bacon. Yeah. I mean, protein, I guess.
No one in the day was thinking about protein, probably.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's that. You know what? Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm literally got like minute 15.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you're writing too many notes. So now we're with Dr. Loomis, and he's walking down a hall in the hospital that Michael Myers came from. Fairfield or Richmond or whatever it was called.
Yeah, it's Richmond.
Richmond, okay.
And he's got a cane. The camera's got him on his back.
Yeah.
It's a real,
We're following down the hall.
It's like a real hero's entrance where you're like, you don't even need to see this man's face yet.
And the hall is like stark white. Yeah. It's very hospital.
He's got a cane, and he's marching into the medical examiner's office. He busts in pissed off.
Yes. He has a burn on his face, and he's very upset with Dr. Hoffman for transferring Michael Myers. He doesn't want anybody else to go through what he went through.
Right.
And Dr. Hoffman thinks Dr. Loomis needs mental help.
Are you the one that I'm starting to think that you're the one that needs the help. Are you familiar with Donald Pleasance as an actor?
No way.
Okay.
No.
No, I mean, he's done a million things. He's just probably most famous for...
Horror. It's all horror, right?
This
or really old things.
This and worst horror.
Let's look up his little
He is a British bald dude who is very, like, commanding when he speaks, and he's, like, almost like... You could tell he probably did a lot of stage plays.
Yeah.
Like Shakespearean.
No, I've never seen this guy.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way Jamie has seen him.
That's crazy to me.
Michael's like, that's one of my heroes, Jamie.
You're not going to enjoy my impersonations at all.
I don't know if any of us are.
No, I'm bad at it. That's going to
suck. Okay, so while he's berating Dr. Hoffman gets a call. And there's an accident. And Dr. Loomis, like, basically just runs out of the room. As soon as he hears accident, he knows what's happened.
Yeah, he has eye contact, and he's not happy about it, but he's just like, I fucking told you.
I told you. And he leaves.
And storms out.
So both doctors now have arrived together at the scene of this accident. The ambulance is turned over on its roof, covered in blood.
It's covered in blood. It's in a very shallow, like, stream beneath a metal,
bridge.
Metal
They're saying
bridge.
that the ambulance fell off the bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loomis then wades into the water to investigate the ambulance because he's got to make sure that Michael's in there or not.
Yeah, he's like, how many bodies in the bus? And they're like, 4 plus Myers. He's like, how many did you find? And they're like, I don't know.
They're in pieces.
And then this old man with a cane just walks into the fucking water and looks in the back of this ambulance. The camera's back there, and it's just covered in blood.
Yeah, it is. It's just covered in blood. And Dr. Hoffman says that even if he survived, his muscles would be useless because,
he's been in a coma for 10 years.
Yeah. But Loomis says, you're talking about him like he was human.
You're talking about like he's
that
human.
part of him died years ago.
Why are you laughing? He's so... This is serious, Jamie.
Loomis has to go to Haddonfield. It's a 4-hour drive. If you don't find him in 4 hours, I'm sure I will.
Yeah.
Is what he tells the police.
He's heading to the one place he knows that
Michael's going. Yeah. So at a service station, Michael now has shown up, and he's covered in bandages, and he's wearing a hospital gown.
Yeah. He's like, you can't see his... I love how do we have this man without his mask, and we just make him as blank as with the mask.
He's
it's just
covered in bandages.
Yeah.
And he's going to murder this mechanic for his coverall. He just wants that coverall.
He wants the coverall, which is the standard Michael Myers thing. So yeah, there's a guy underneath the car, and you just see legs walk by. Yeah. And then he pulls out thinking it's his buddy, and then it cuts.
Yeah. So then shortly after that, Dr. Loomis shows up at the same service station.
And I love pulling down the license plate to get to the gas
the
tank.
old-fashioned car.
Did you ever have a car?
Of course not.
Not that. You could have an old car.
My oldest car was 1988, actually.
My first car was 10 years old the year I was born. So my first car that I drove was a 1968.
My first car was 10 years old the year I got my license. It was 1998, and my dad got me a 1988 Chevy Cavalier. It was white.
And
it was metal.
They all were then. And my 1968 AMC Javelin, you pulled down the license plate.
Which was a beautiful car, and it's too bad you don't have it.
I cry a little bit every night. Imagine a muscle car that's a short king, which is so perfect for me.
Yes. And I loved when we were watching Stranger Things and she drove the AMC.
Yeah. I mean, they had different, like the Roadrunner.
But there was
Javelin was the weird stocky guy.
Yeah. But it would have been, I love those weird stocky AMCs. I love AMCs. Yeah. Anyways, yes, we are definitely flitting from subject to subject today.
Anyway, so Loomis is getting gas.
Yes.
And we do like a great homage from the first one where you see through Michael's eyes, his POV, looking out the window at Loomis.
Yes.
That Loomis is pulled up. Because that is a big thing with the Halloween franchise.
We look through Michael's eyes.
Suddenly getting into like a moving camera, and you're like, you're looking through his eyes.
Right. So as Dr. Loomis is now looking for help in the garage because he needs somebody to pay.
He needs to pay someone.
Yeah. And he bumps into something, and the mechanic suddenly drops from the ceiling, sans coveralls, and he's all wrapped in chains. His chain across his mouth like a gag. And he's dead.
He's a dead man.
He's dead. And so then Loomis runs into the restaurant section to get the phone, but there's a waitress on the ground murdered that's blocking him from getting to the phone.
He pulls a gun.
He does?
I love that Loomis
And then
is packing.
across the room, there's another rotary phone. Yeah. And he goes to use that, but it's dead. So then he turns, and we see Michael Myers standing in the coveralls.
But
in
still
the kitchen.
Bandage face.
And he's in the kitchen. So Loomis wants to know, why now?
I'll do this.
Yeah. And he's like, okay, yeah, you do it.
Michael, why now? You've waited 10 years. I knew this day would come. Don't go to Haddonfield. If you want another victim, take me. But leave those people in peace. Please, Michael. God damn you. And then he starts opening fire. The Donald Pleasance pause to, God damn you.
Jamie, I only wrote down half of what he said.
I wrote it down because it's in a movie of goofiness, in a universe of goofiness, the two most serious people in the world are a silent killer, deathless killer,
and it's
Dr. Loomis, who are both fighting a battle that everyone else is just like, let's just get away from both of these guys.
Right, so
Michael never talks?
He never talks.
Yes.
Shit, what movie does he talk in?
In the director's cut of Rob Zombie's second movie, it is the most poignant, beautiful thing.
That one.
Michael screams die when killing Loomis.
Okay.
Because he's finally
that movie doesn't count.
No, it does not.
So Michael never talks.
I couldn't count less in this franchise. Busta Rhymes, like, chicken kicking him counts more than that.
Yeah. Freddy versus... Oh, this is a whole different movie. Franchise. Never mind.
Freddy versus Jason counts more than that. Okay. Let's finish this action scene.
So Loomis is shooting at Michael, but he's already gone. He runs outside, and Michael then bursts through the garage in the tow truck. Yeah, and as he's leaving, he somehow smashes the gas pumps, and they catch on fire, which then spreads to Dr. Loomis's car, which blows up. And Dr. Loomis, like, dives over some oil barrels to, like, protect himself.
And the fire goes up
a power line and takes out the phone lines.
And blowing out his phone. This script is weirdly good. And almost
explaining everything to us.
Explaining everything, and it kind of gets over-explaining.
It's really dumb, because, like, none of that would have really happened.
How dare you? What do you mean?
Like, none of that would have really happened. Like, I don't think hitting a gas pump, there's too many fire safety things. I mean, maybe it did 1988.
You are negating 100% of 80s movies explosions. All of them. Action movies,
and also movies. That invalid man jumping over the oil can.
Why are you doing this podcast?
Because it's fun to, like, review.
So anyway, it's trying to be a little grounded in a wacky world where there's now going to be a reason why the long distance lines are down specifically.
Right. But not the regular phone.
Long distance lines.
Yeah, long distance lines. Do you remember when you couldn't call long distance unless you used the long distance line? You couldn't just...
Who's pulling down their license plate to get gas now?
Fuck you. Okay, so when we were kids, you could call your area code, but you couldn't call outside your area code without having a long distance plan or calling collect.
I remember calling collect.
Yeah.
And the calling collect is like,
well, I don't remember calling. I remember the calling collect commercials.
So, but you couldn't just call anybody you wanted back then. So you could not leave your region.
Right.
Okay, anyways, so now we're at school, and Jamie is being, like, brutally bullied.
My notes say she's being bullied by the worst kids on the planet.
Worst kids on the planet.
And these are all her age.
They're bullying her for not having a costume. They're bullying her for her uncle being the boogeyman. And they're bullying her for her mother being fucking dead. Like,
that one's weird.
They start chanting, Jamie's an orphan.
Yeah.
Jamie's an orphan.
It's so bad.
While this child cries. And it's just like... She runs slow motion out of this school.
She doesn't where the fuck are these teachers?
Right. And then not only that, but she then gets herself behind a tree and tells herself, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. And it's just watching this child
feeling for this poor child.
Cope.
Yeah, it is. It's awful. Like, I mean, I was bullied in school because I had the audacity to have fucking curly hair. Like, seriously.
I had a mullet in middle school, guys. It was rough out there.
It was rough, but
Were you around when they were calling John Corey?
Why was he?
Because of
Boy Meets
Yes,
World.
I knew about that.
They called
me Curly Sue.
Right, and my bullies called me Hair because my hair is weird. Luckily, I was never...
Well, you probably liked hair metal too, so...
I just called you Hair.
But they didn't know that. And I didn't. I like heavier shit. That hair metal was my sister's shit.
I know.
So I had
your
poison t-shirts and stuff like that. I will say bullying never got to me that much because my bullies were demonstrably stupid. I'm like, Hair is the best thing you would come up with.
I was like, mine were too. They would make fun of my last name sometimes and call me like... it doesn't make any sense. And
there's nothing wrong with your last name.
Their thing to make fun of it was they'd call me Jamie Washington, and they were like, haha.
That's so weird.
I was like, because I sucked my thumb until like the second grade.
Okay.
And so even as
trauma there, huh?
Even as a child, and then I slammed my thumb in a car door and broke it, and that's how I stopped sucking my thumb.
That's physical trauma.
Because I broke my thumb. But they never made fun of me for that. They went with my name, and they called me fat a lot because I was like a fat little kid. But I hated that. I hated the double head shake. Don't do that.
Why?
My whole thing was...
Both of you were like...
No.
No, I'm like, how could they?
I don't think you were a fat little kid.
I don't either, yeah.
Oh, you're wrong.
Fine. I haven't seen the right pictures then, I guess.
You're wrong. No, but that was the thing. They never made fun of me for sucking my thumb, and I just remember, like, I'd be like, that's the lowest hanging fruit. But I think it's because some of them were closet thumb suckers, and they were like, let's not call that out, lest we get... cop.
I didn't get made fun of until I hit middle school, and I moved here to Missouri.
That's what I'm saying.
And it was brutal.
These kids are too young to be bullying this hard.
Agree.
In this movie, it's you have a different experience.
Were you bullied in second grade? Oh yeah. You were.
Yeah. Like that's when I got bullied as a child, but then I got a little older and meaner. And let's revisit I was a fat little kid.
Okay.
And I maybe hit some people. Maybe
Shocking.
got kicked off the bus, and then
That's the Jamie. I got
mouthier, and I stopped physically assaulting people and would just verbally assault them, and then people stopped picking on me, and I was like, that's weird. Everybody got so nice.
I mean, God, Jamie, I wish I had that in me because I was the kind of kid that would just like shut down. Like the more I got brutalized, the more I just didn't.
Yeah.
Well, once I didn't have my thumb to suck on to comfort me anymore. I just started punching people.
I love the difference between all three because you shut down and me, I was like, well, I'm obviously the best person in this room. So everyone is just man. I'm just the best.
They're just jealous.
I don't even think they're jealous. They just don't understand that. Like even what they're saying right now is just wah wah wah. And I'm like, oh, is it the hair? Okay. I'm just gonna go in my imaginary super brain and live in my giant castle that I'm building.
Perfect. You've got a good brain palace.
Yeah, it only started really affecting me terribly when I was 30. Then I started second guessing everything.
What have I done?
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So these terrible kids.
The terrible kids make Jamie run outside, and she's behind the tree, but then
she gets picked up.
So Lindsay and Rachel show up, and they honk their horn, and they come to pick her up.
Right. So Lindsay is Rachel's friend. She's driving a fucking bitching 1971 Dodge Dart Swinger. Did you see this car?
I did, but I didn't know what it was, and I didn't care enough to look it up.
It's not just a Dodge Dart, but it's got a little swoopy thing on the side of the Swinger.
Nice.
This car, so fucking pretty.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Lindsay's gonna be in and out. She's literally just here to drive this fucking awesome car.
I am. That's awesome. All right, so Jamie has now changed her mind. She wants to go trick-or-treating.
Right.
And,
so she wants to be like the other kids, she says.
Right. And Lindsay, the friend, mentions that the discount mart has costumes half-off because it's Halloween.
It's Halloween, so they're going to have cheap shit.
But that is where Brady, Rachel's guy interest, is, and she doesn't want to seem pushy. Right. She feels like, this girl actually feels like if she shows up at his work to buy a fucking costume, because this is a small town, and where else do you go?
For a little girl.
He's going to feel like she's pushing him
Why
into
are you here? Why are you stalking me?
Yeah, exactly.
And this is, he's not just there. He's on the clock there.
He's on the clock there. He's working.
And anybody that age would die to be like, awesome, I have an excuse.
I know. I'm like, this is so wrong. Because, obviously you're making an excuse to go see somebody for real. I mean, whatever. So, but Jamie decides she's going to go to the discount mart and she's going to get ice cream afterwards. So she's doing both.
Because she wants both.
So at the discount mart, we see Brady and his buddies are hanging out.
Yeah, there are three guys. It's Brady, it's Wade. I don't know why I did.
Why'd you do that? Who cares?
Wade, I thought Wade was going to die at some point.
They're not important.
But they're daring Wade to go ask Kelly out, who
the other coworker,
who is the other coworker, and she will be a part of this.
I love how they have to wear these lasers, these striped black and white lasers as their uniform.
It's a real thing.
The fun thing is they call it a discount mart, but it's obviously, do you remember Dryden Drug? Mm-hmm. It's that. Well, it literally says drugs outside.
Well, cut out. It's called Vincent Drugstore.
Yeah, it is literally Dryden Drugstore. And it was I don't remember where you lived in town, but for me, that was the nearest place.
Dude.
For me, Dryden was the nearest place I could get anything. Toilet paper.
Everything.
We paid our water bill. We paid the water bill at Dryden Drug.
This is...
Yeah, I had to do that.
This is the seventh time I'm watching this last night going, oh, God, yes.
This feels just like my small town. This town feels
so
like where I grew up. Yeah.
And I didn't grow up in a small town, but I grew
up in a smallish town surrounded by the city.
Right. And I had something called, it's long gone, Bruce Smith Drugs, which is on our way home from whatever. Going inside this movie this place is authentic.
Right. And it is authentic.
It's showing you all of this stuff and you're just like, oh, it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
This is such a time capsule of a time and a place when we were super young.
Yeah.
And got dragged in there and mom was talking to some fucking neighbor for an hour and a half and you had to go off, which kind of is what happens here.
Yeah.
So
anyways, so they're at Discount Mart, and yes, Brady bets his buddy $10 to ask Kelly out, but Kelly says, as soon as he even talks to her, I didn't write down what she said, did you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not. He walks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it's nothing. He walks.
No, but I don't remember what she said.
It's the delivery. He walks up, and she turns around, and he kind of does this, and she goes, "Go fuck yourself, Wade."
Yes.
And he just like turns around and walks away. The instant disdain and the delivery is so good.
It was immediate. But
That sort of seems like there's some backstory there where Wade has bothered her before.
oh, definitely.
Yeah. And I am wrong. It is fuck off, Wade.
Fuck
not
off,
go
Wade,
fuck
okay.
yourself. Sorry, everyone.
So outside the discount mart,
Fuck off, Wade.
the Lindsay is pulled up to drop Rachel and Jamie off, and we see the tow truck from the service station is also parked outside.
Just like the ambulance was parked outside their house earlier, now the tow truck is outside. So Michael Myers, not as a human, but as a vibe, is stalking them through this movie.
He is.
If you're careful enough to watch. Because also on the street, when they pull up, kids are running down in Halloween costumes again. There's a mom fixing a cape on
It's beautiful
something.
Halloween in a small town. It's
so
wonderful.
beautiful.
It's like here, where when they have all the businesses do trick or treat, and you have all the kids out there. It's super fun to like sit there. We used to sit out there with wine at one of the patios and just watch the kids
just
go
watch
by.
them at the local restaurant, and then we keep threatening to get a little bonfire on the sidewalk and do it.
We keep trying to because the weather hasn't participated with us for
and
years.
as the dogs have passed on, and it's not as much of a hassle, then it gets closer and closer to that.
Yeah. But anyway, so they get inside, and of course, Rachel wants to talk to Brady.
Yeah.
And so she says, Jamie, go pick out your costume. So Jamie goes and picks out a clown costume. Looks just like Michael Myers' clown costume.
It's pretty different from the OG, but this one retcons it to be the same.
Okay.
It is almost like a Harlequin vibe.
It is almost like a Harlequin
I know that's
vibe.
weird to
And I was like, in 1988, I was a clown for Halloween.
Well, okay.
And I wore a leotard and tights. It was hot. It was hot. I did not wear this heavy ass thing.
And I'm not talking about like DC Harlequin. It's hard in the zeitgeist to think. It's like a squared off, big white, big red, and then
stripes,
alternate.
and it's like poofy.
A silver face mask with a red nose on it.
I'm gonna find those Halloween pictures and show you.
Yeah,
he
I
is
would
a
love
clown.
that.
Yeah,
He's a clown.
Yeah.
My parents were dressing me up as racist characters.
My mom would always make her costumes, for the most part. Putting me in a leotard and tights is probably because I was in ballet at the time, and I had that part.
Right, you always have stuff.
And then she added the wig. No, she probably didn't have to add the wig. She probably just sprayed shit in my hair.
Yeah.
I had the afro already. And
It's very interesting that you and I kind of had very similar, like, handmade Halloween stuff, and trick-or-treating was a real, like, thing.
I mean, I did that all the way up for as well.
Oh, Lord knows, I was there.
I mean, you were there. I always handmade
pumpkin heads and stuff.
You were. Anyways, Rachel's talking to Brady and they're making out, and he's like kind of being an ass about her having to cancel tonight.
No, kinda.
Like he's being an ass.
Yeah.
He's like really upset that she waited all day. It's 5 p.m. Their date was at 6, and you get that idea like he could have made other plans, and then he side eyes Kelly.
He side eyes Kelly. Kelly is listening over to this as well. Now, on the one hand, I kind of get you did wait a long time to tell me that I don't have plans tonight.
Sure.
on Halloween night. You did wait a little while.
Yeah.
How is she supposed to notify him, though?
Call him.
There's phones. She literally knows where he works.
Yeah, but was she at school today?
I don't, honestly, we actually don't know how old they are. If they're like 19 and they're just, I feel like
these are elementary schools is where we're
I feel like they're like
the
not really in school because like when she and her friend picked them up, I think they're maybe like at college age.
Yeah.
Like they're 18 out of college.
Maybe she had classes. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's no cell phone. She couldn't just whip out her phone and text him and be like, "Sorry,
but she
date's
could.
canceled."
But she later just calls his parents.
She calls his parents and ask if
left a message. So like she could have done that.
He wouldn't have got that till he got home from work.
There is a she knows where he works. She can call Vincent Drugstore.
Yeah. I mean, like, didn't you do that? You probably didn't do that. You're probably too young for that.
I used to call John at work.
Okay. Yeah,
I still do. Sometimes if I can't get him to pick up his cell phone, I'll call the work. I'm like,
I am not going to carry a lot of water for Brady.
No, we don't like Brady.
As things progress.
I love how they don't ever actually tell us if he died or not. I love it. I mean, we assume it.
He died.
Is it a spoiler? You don't know.
I absolutely hate. I wish this movie was a little more brutal, actually, because there's
the whole thing is like they're it's like they're making a PG-13 horror movie or something.
Almost.
Yeah. Continue. Yeah.
This is going to be a 3-hour episode. The movie just started.
So Brady, after the end of this conversation, we now see Michael's hand grab a Michael Myers mask.
So In the background, when Jamie is starting to go through the thing, it's very, like, if you're watching a Halloween movie, you're like, there's a Michael Myers mask back there.
There is.
And now Scarred Up Hand has reached over and grabbed that mask.
Yep. And so Jamie is now picked the clown costume. She's looking in the mirror. She's holding the clown costume up to her body to make sure. And then her reflection turns into young Michael Myers in a clown.
The same costume, but bloody, holding a knife.
Yeah.
And that spooks her, obviously.
Yeah, it does. And then suddenly behind her is putting on the mask on his face is Michael Myers.
So, and then he kills her. End of movie.
No.
Boy, that should happen like 7 times.
She screams and backs up into the mirror and shatters it.
Yeah. So
like, come on.
Why is that weird?
Well, you can't back up into a mirror and shatter a mirror.
Why not?
Let's test it. Downstairs.
It's framed awesomely because she's so small, and suddenly there is Michael Myers, and he's cut off. So it's like suddenly the whole frame behind her is the bottom half of Michael Myers,
right.
And then it cuts to him, and you see nothing except the mask coming down.
Yeah.
And obviously terrifying screams. And the kids run to her, like the store.
Brady and Rachel, they all run to her. Kelly, they all run to her, and she hasn't cut herself. They're glad she hasn't cut herself, and Rachel takes her home.
Right, and Jamie says it was the Nightmare Man.
It was the Nightmare Man, person in her brain. So then, outside of the town, Loomis is hitchhiking to Haddonfield.
Oh boy, God, everything in this movie.
Some cheerleaders and their boys pretend to pick him up, and then as soon as he almost gets in the car, they drive off. Because there are bullies in this movie constantly.
That is why I thought for a hot second that David Gordon Green remakes were going to entertain the idea, and they kind of did in the third one, that this town is poison.
It is poison.
This town makes killers.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I like Halloween Kills a little bit more than the first two. I think it played around with, no one liked it because that was Old Man Myers and how they were making a second one because he was a babysitter that accidentally killed a shitty kid.
Right.
And they built up whatever. And the vibe was this entire town is negligent.
It's almost like Nailbiter, and that there's a whole town full of people that are horrible.
For the 7 people on the planet that also read the comic book series.
Dude, it's a wonderful comic book series.
It turns out it was just lead.
Just lead.
Lead made serial killers.
Of course. Okay, so after these cheerleaders drive off, a really old truck.
A 1950 Dodge B Series pickup truck with a license plate.
You're really spelling out to people that you like cars, and you don't.
I like cool cars. This is also a Dodge. Yeah. But it has a license plate Amen on it, which is very funny.
It turns out to be a reverend.
So.
Okay, you do this.
This actor is Carmen Philpe. He has an IMDb page of roles like Street Bum, Old Crusty Man, and Homeless Guy. Sometimes he's honored with a proper name like Wino Henry, Old Man Withers, and Hobo Jack. But
he has a full name in this movie.
My 2 favorite roles of his are the feeling kind of flat guy in Beetlejuice.
Oh my God, is that him?
Yep.
Oh my God, I love that.
And this movie where he plays the Reverend Jackson P. Sayer.
Yeah, okay.
A harbinger who harbins the harbinger.
He does.
Who harbins the harbinger?
He does, yes.
A man named Sayer.
Yeah, and the Reverend asks Loomis where he's going. And he tells him he's going to Haddonfield. And then he's like, wait, you're hunting just like me.
You're a hunter too.
Yeah. If you have any more, that's it.
Well, Loomis is like, what are you hunting? And he says, apocalypse, end of the world, Armageddon. It's always got a face and a name.
Yeah.
And then they basically drink.
Yeah, they do. He offers them a slug of whiskey. Yeah.
Loomis just saw an alternate of himself.
He did. So now we're back at the Carruthers, and they're leaving. Jamie's gone upstairs to get her costume on, and Rachel is calling Brady, but his parents answer because he's not come home from work yet.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
And this is Twilight in Haddonfield. We see all the kids running wild. They're TPing shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
Again, this movie doesn't have to do a lot of this, but it does anyway, and it makes it consistently interesting to watch.
And so Rachel and Jamie have gone trick-or-treating. Michael Myers is in their house after they leave.
Yes.
And he finds pictures of Laurie. And an old picture of himself as a clown.
An old picture of himself in the clown costume.
Loomis has now arrived at the police station. And he tells the sheriff that Michael Myers has escaped from Ridgemont and come here to Haddonfield. And the sheriff's like, why? Why would he come here?
Yes.
And he's like, 10 years ago, he tried to kill Laurie Strode, and now he wants her daughter. And then he drops the name, I forgot, Jamie Lloyd? Yeah.
Jamie Lloyd.
Sheriff doesn't believe and says Michael Myers is an invalid, but Loomis emotively tells him that the 6 bodies in the filling station in flames that he's seen on his way here proves that he is real. And the sheriff then tells the deputy to check his story. And then that's when we find out the long distance lines are down.
Right.
Because he tries to call another station.
So this is when Loomis walks in, he asks for Brackett, and that's the sheriff from 1 and 2. And they say he retired in 81.
Sure.
So Meeker is the new sheriff. Now, this is important because we've already established that in the movie, we haven't talked about yet, that this is Kelly's father.
Oh, yeah, we did say that, but I missed that.
No one wants to try to ask Kelly out because the sheriff's her old man. And in this moment, in this back and forth, like Loomis's passion and the fact that the lines are down kind of spooks Meeker. And he's just like, okay, well, what do you want to do? He's like, tell people to get the fuck off the streets, and we got to get that girl.
Yeah.
And they kind of roll out, Meeker and Loomis roll out to do that.
Yeah, the sheriff decides to believe, and they go out to do that. He decides to believe. So Jamie and Rachel are trick-or-treating still, and they run into some kids who think Jamie's costume is really cool.
This is the power of trick-or-treat. This is such a beautiful redemption moment.
I mean, they just say that your costume's really cool. Do you want to trick-or-treat with us? It is so sweet.
It's so sweet.
It's so sweet.
It's the same kind of vibe of the kids that we're calling her.
Yeah, but it's the opposite.
Orphan,
especially since the one of them has the same Frankenstein mask.
Same mask.
Yeah.
It's like, your costume's cool. Yeah. Do you want to come with us? It's the redemptive power of trick-or-treating, everyone. So now Jamie is part of a little collective.
She is.
And
they go to
Rachel
the house
is kind of like following behind.
Yeah, they go to this house and they ring the doorbell. And Kelly...
It's Kelly's house.
Opens the door. And she's in just a t-shirt. Like, literally. She has no pants on.
It's a t-shirt that says, cops do it by the book.
And it's long enough to cover her panties only.
Barely.
If she doesn't bend over.
Her dad's a cop, and that's the shirt she's wearing?
Yeah.
That's...
It's probably her dad's shirt is the idea, but
probably,
also...
gross.
And then she moves a little and we see Brady in the background.
Brady has looked outside, and Brady is with Kelly.
Yeah, and
Rachel clocks
that, and she gets pissed.
Well, yeah.
And Brady runs outside of the house yelling to Brady. I've got an explanation. So Jamie stays with the other kids while Rachel argues with Brady.
Right.
And he tries to tell her that he's just pissed off that she had to cancel at the last minute and she doesn't understand. And in the end, she's like, fucking forget it. And leaves. And Brady goes back into the house.
Well, and Kelly's standing in the doorway in just her t-shirt and panties on. Like, are you coming? Yeah. And he's like, oh, I guess I'll fuck you. And goes inside.
He doesn't say that. It is thought that.
It is what's happening.
But now Rachel doesn't know where Jamie is. She has lost Jamie.
Right. In that confrontation, Jamie has gone off, and now Rachel is so like pissed at herself because she's lost her boyfriend and now lost her foster sister all in one go.
Yep. So now we're at a bar. And the news is telling everyone in town that they need to close as soon as possible and everybody go home.
Yes.
The barkeep then calls the police station because he's not going to shut down without a good goddamn reason.
This is 1988. Everything about this movie is correct. Where they're like, what the fuck's going on? Sheriff Meeker said, what? Well, fuck you. I'm calling them to make sure they give me a reason why I'm shutting down this beer selling tonight.
But no one answers the phone, which then spooks him because no one doesn't answer the phone.
At the police station.
And
he goes, you coming or what?
Yeah.
And the whole line of good old boys at the bar.
They all get in their trucks.
Get in their pickup trucks and click, clack. Now we have the Haddonfield militia.
Posse. It's a posse. Yeah. It's a posse. It does feel like the new ones.
Exactly. This is why I like doing it.
When they posse up in the newer Halloween movies.
It seems like this movie is like, here's a cool idea. Here's a cool idea. And they just put it on the table and then move on. And then other movies were like, let's pick up what they left on the table and then fail to do anything good with it.
Right.
This movie's just like, we don't need to do anything more. We've got a bunch of Bill swilling good old boys hunting Michael Myers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a whole other problem.
It's a whole other problem, yeah. So meanwhile, the sheriff and Dr. Loomis have arrived at the Carruthers house. They're in Jamie's room, and they find the body of the dead dog.
Probably passed in his sleep.
And Dr. Loomis says he's been here.
He's been here. Because he clearly saw that.
He left flowers for the dog.
He left flowers. You could tell that he kissed it on the
He's got a lipstick stain.
You never hear Michael speak, but when you weren't there, he patted the dog on the head, called it a good boy.
Do you see how the fur is? He clearly held the animal as it drifted peacefully off into the other.
That's how you know Michael Myers was there.
Yeah, what a sweet boy.
Okay, so the sheriff leaves Deputy Logan at the house in case the family gets back. And then we flash to a power station.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the power station guy is doing maintenance, and he sees Michael Myers and tells him, no trespassing. Yeah.
Don't try that Halloween shit with me.
Yeah. I love this guy has Bucky across his hat, and Bucky he really loves his name.
Likes his name. But then Michael Myers just walks up to this guy, picks him up, and throws him into a transformer.
Yes.
And the power in the town goes out. Now, I feel like this was a really weirdly tacked on, lazy writing why the power is out. Come on. Why is Michael suddenly here throwing this guy into a transformer just to have the power go out in town?
I'm not an electrician, but I think if you threw a body into a transformer, we'll probably knock out some power.
Some power. Sure, some power. I don't know. I felt like it was a sloppy writing on the movie's part.
He just saw this poor dog pass away.
He's so
grieving.
He's grieving. He's grieving the person he wants to murder's dog.
Why is this world so cruel?
He's really thinking about stuff. He's like, out the light.
Okay, anyways. So the troop of kids that Jamie is trick-or-treating with gets picked up by their parents. And my issue is so you just left Jamie alone. What parent is where are your parents? What parent doesn't go, where are your parents? Why are you alone? Seriously. Especially when the news is telling you to be safe, there's a bad thing going on. And they just leave her. They leave her alone on the street.
I'm sorry. You're talking about when all the groups come to pick up the kids?
The parents in the car kids, it's time to go home. And they all go, oh, no.
I guess I didn't notice that they left Jamie alone.
They left Jamie alone.
Okay. I actually really love that little scene because I thought it was just a little this is what's happening around Haddonfield is all the parents with flashlights are coming down and getting their kids.
And they leave Jamie alone.
I literally didn't notice Jamie being left.
No parent would do that.
So
I'm sorry.
I was silent that whole time because I didn't notice that, and I agree with you completely. You wouldn't leave a single child alone.
No, you'd be where are your parents?
I thought it just cut to Jamie lost.
So now Jamie is alone because people in Haddonfield are awful.
Another great instance.
Awful people. And Rachel is also trying to find Jamie. So Jamie's yelling for Rachel. Rachel's yelling for Jamie.
This is a cute little back and forth. And in a movie filled with extras and light and people doing stuff.
It's now empty.
It's now empty and dark. And
everyone's gone home.
It's palpable.
Yeah.
And it cuts back and forth to these two lost girls looking for each other.
Yeah, and they're just yelling back and forth.
There is
Michael Myers.
A Michael Myers.
And Rachel sees him, and he's slowly advancing towards her. So she takes off running,
Sure.
jumps a fence, and then she's on another block. And then she finally finds Jamie, and she's like, where have you been? And this was a good 5 minutes of the movie of them looking for each other.
I don't know about 5, but it's
it's 5.
It's enough time to be we're in kind of a different movie now.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then the cops also find them at the same time.
The cops roll up. It's Meekers and Loomis are get the fuck in here. We're going to go.
They're getting in the car.
Then
Michael Myers was watching.
Myers.
Yeah, he's watching in the distance, and Dr. Loomis sees him, and he's like, "That's Michael." But then another one shows up, and another one, and the doc is starting to freak out, and he just gets his gun out and starts to try to shoot at one of them.
And a teenager pulls off that mask. Whoa.
Yeah.
So before Scream, way before Scream.
Yep, way before Scream.
This movie,
10 years before Scream.
10 years before Scream. This movie is
8 years before Scream.
This movie is doing what if this goddamn mask was readily available and people were fucking wearing it for goofs.
Yep.
It is wild. Last night when I was watching this, I didn't remember that this thing presaged Scream.
You as a creator, you know how much sinks into your brain without you knowing about it.
Sure.
And then, this... And you go back and you watch something and you're like, oh, fuck, I stole that.
I do that all the time.
You do it all the time. You're not alone, Michael.
Because I never put anything out.
You're not.
I'll never know. Yeah, I mean.
Everybody. My job, I also reference other things.
There's a collective consciousness when it comes to creativity, absolutely. But also, I don't put it past Wes Craven to be like, I'm going to pick up a beautiful idea that was left on the table and do something awesome with it, where so many other people picked up good ideas off of this.
But ideas are not singular in the world. We can come at the same idea from our own experiences, and it was possible. Wes Craven came at it himself,
100%,
organically.
I just think it's awesome.
Yeah,
because when you see that Michael Myers mask that he grabs and puts on, you're like, why is that for sale? And then it turns out...
So true. Why is that for sale? Because we all know it's actually...
William Shatner,
yes. Yeah, Captain Kirk mask spray painted white.
And the reason it's for sale is this asshole town thinks it's fucking funny to make mess about the killer that was there 10 years previously.
Which is what happens in Scream, too.
Yeah.
It is literally what happens. Okay.
Now, the Scream thing is a little different because the idea there was it's them. Never mind. Cut that. We're done. Shit.
Okay, so we're now at the police station, and the place has been trashed, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, there's been a slaughter.
A dead body. It's been a slaughter. And the sheriff is like, how can a man do this, Loomis?
He's like,
it's not a man.
It's not a man.
It's not a man. Good
what
job,
is he?
Jamie.
Hey, Jamie, then what is it?
A monster.
No,
evil.
Evil. We're close.
This franchise is all about evil.
You've almost got the Loomis.
So then the posse has now shown up at the police station, and they want to know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
But the sheriff just tells them to go home, and so Dr. Loomis then tells them that it's Michael Myers, and he's come to kill. And one of the guys, he's like the dad of one of the kids who died in the first movie.
Yeah, so it's an awesome scene because Meekers is like, go home with your families. That's what you need to do. And Loomis is like, it's Myers, and rallying them up. And they're like, we're not going anywhere. We've got kids. We remember 10 years ago. And they go off, and then Meekers is like, you fucking idiot. You just put some beer-swilling, gun-toting weirdos out on the street and has made this so much worse for everybody.
Yeah. But Loomis tells him, like, your police force has been slaughtered. You have nobody else. This is the only backup you have.
Right.
This is the only backup you have.
I forgot. Yeah, you have no police. And in that little conversation, what 80s slasher has this many weird turns and stakes? You know what I mean?
I'll have to think about that longer, but I feel like there's possibility.
I'll find it.
Maybe I'm just having a really
Do
good
my
time.
research.
Yeah,
Come back to you.
Okay, so the deputy back at the Carruthers house leaves the house and gets in his car to use the radio because he just heard about the station. So in the back seat, we see Michael Myers is hiding in his
like curled
car.
up in the back seat.
Yeah. And then I get really mad because he actually pulls out. He's in his car and he pulls out. You always check your back seat. What woman does not check her back seat?
Well, this
especially in the dark.
This is a cop who thinks he's bulletproof and will get wadded up like a piece of paper.
Always check your back seat.
So
I guess
it's
for everyone, not just women.
The movie showing how low this deputy is going to drive Michael Myers into the fray.
Yeah. And meanwhile, the Carruthers arrive back home as the cop leaves, and they're like, where are the kids?
They're out of the fucking movie. I don't know why
they're out of the movie.
This.
I don't know. I wrote it down. The posse then arrives at the park, and they swear they see Michael Myers in the bushes, and they just all get out, and they open fire en masse.
Somebody's just like, over there, and they just start unloading on this bush. Then they go into the bush and go,
Michael Myers.
Oh my God, Ted Hollister.
Just died. They killed somebody.
They just killed one of their fucking town members. One of their own fucking community members.
I mean, he was like sleeping in a bush or something.
So that's a death sentence.
That was not what I meant. It's not what I meant. Okay, anyways, Brady and Kelly are making out on her couch. And they're making out, and it's a little more gratuitously sexual than I thought it would be, but it's a horror movie. It's a horror movie.
Yeah, because this one, it's firelight, and it's all kind of sexy and whatever, because the power's out.
Right.
There's no nudity.
There's no nudity.
It gets very close to reveal, and then Brady
she takes
sits
off her
up to
bra,
cover.
and she's, like, covering her boobs.
Yeah. This is what I was saying earlier, that it's, like, as tastefully done as something like this.
It is tastefully done, but I didn't feel it was necessary.
No.
It was not necessary.
They had
there's a difference between...
They had a young woman with...
I do love it when horror movies just are just like, everything is gratuitous. And this movie is not
interesting.
there.
So you have a stop trying to tease me and just do the damn thing.
Yes.
Interesting.
Come on.
I don't know.
Thank you, Jamie, for understanding what I was talking about.
I get it, but also we have two different types of movies. So I guess
did safe out here.
I'm foreplay.
Safe.
I'm foreplay now, and now you're like.
I guess so.
So let's leave all of this too, because suddenly that's.
Anyways,
she still does. Okay.
Right as she takes her bra off, her dad arrives.
Who is the cop?
Her dad, the sheriff, is arrived.
He's going to skin you if he finds you in
yes,
here. And Brady is clearly.
And he's not alone. He's got both girls in his car and Dr. Loomis.
Which they don't know yet.
So everybody goes into the house. The deputy with the hidden Michael Myers in his backseat also.
Right, has shown up.
Very shortly has shown up.
So this is where the whole movie gets kind of isolationist horror.
It does, yeah. So the sheriff sends Rachel and Jamie upstairs.
Yeah.
He asks his daughter Kelly to shut and lock all the windows and doors.
Yep.
And he asks Brady if he can shoot a gun.
He gives Brady a shotgun and
Like a
toolbox full of nails and
tells him to
go up to the attic and nail that shit shut.
Yep.
And if I catch you groping my daughter, I'm going to use that shotgun on you.
Yep. Then he sends the deputy back outside to get his riot gun from his car.
Which is another part of the script where it shows Logan going out to get the riot shotgun from the trunk and the passenger door is open. He's like, why is
what
this
happened
open?
here? Yeah.
So we now know Michael Myers
But he only hesitates a little while. But we know, as audience members, that Michael is here.
Oh, yeah. Michael, you're probably locking yourself into a house with Myers.
Yes. So then inside, the deputy wants to know what they're doing, and the sheriff tells him that they're making sure no one can get in here.
Right.
And he sends him outside to secure the shutters. The sheriff then has a radio, and he's trying to broadcast on the state emergency frequency for help, but he's gotten no answer. So Rachel and Jamie were upstairs, and she basically talked Jamie asleep.
Yeah.
And then she leaves and heads downstairs.
This part of the movie it's still very good, but it gets very slow and very kind of, we're cutting between all these little groups of people paired up or whatever, doing different things. And it's just like the momentum just screeches to a halt here.
It does.
And we're really like having moments and like we're worried and we're consoling and whatever.
It's
and I'm
very
just like,
quiet compared to the rest of the movie.
Yes. And I'm kind of like, this is the third act, folks. Let's go.
Right. So Rachel then asks the deputy when they can go home. And he's like, when the state police arrive, they'll be here soon. It won't be long. And then for a second in the background, we see Michael's white mask reflect.
Yep.
But then when the deputy kind of notices out of the corner of his eye, he looks and it's not there.
It's gone.
And then finally, they get in contact with the state police.
Yep. Yes. State police finally get there and they're like, we're on our way. So state
we're on
police
our way. So Dr. Loomis then decides he's got to go back to the Carruthers house because that's where Michael's going to go.
Yeah. So Donald Pleasant's like, hey, there's a movie outside. I'm going to go be part of that movie. And because why would Loomis actually? He's like, I don't know how to kill Michael. No one does, but I'm going to go try.
Yeah.
So he just leaves the house.
And then it comes over the radio because he's got more than one line open. I don't know. But it comes over the radio that the posse has now killed someone. And of course, the sheriff now has to go deal with that and leave.
Right. So this is another thing where the movie gets a little granular, where it's like, we only killed Ted Lasso, whatever his name is. Whatever his name, Lassiter, whatever it was, in order to get that sheriff out of the house. So I really applaud the script for like making causality happen.
Sure.
But also I'm like, skip to the end.
So he asks Rachel to watch the radio waiting for the state police. And he's like, when they tell you what they're going to do, you tell Deputy Logan. Thank you. So then upstairs now, Jamie has woken up and she's realized she's alone.
Yes.
So Kelly has been making coffee this entire time. It's been like 45 minutes.
It's a long time making
And she's finally bringing the coffee into the living room, and she asks the deputy if he wants any, but he doesn't respond. And he's in his rocking chair.
He's in a rocking chair with a shotgun sitting at the door.
So then she lights a candle, and the whole time she's talking to the deputy. And then as she lights the
candle, it lights up Deputy Logan, not in the chair, but like crumpled up like a human
pretzel,
all bloody. And then the silhouette with the shotgun stands up out of the rocking chair. Cue.
It's Michael.
Halloween
and
theme.
He thrusts the gun then into her torso and pins her into a wall.
I kind of wish all this is gorier. I honestly want these kills to be better than they are.
Like I said, it feels like it's a
I mean, Kelly
PG-13.
was a bad friend, so...
She was. They have a whole moment where she...
Well, you didn't talk... I was surprised you didn't talk about it.
I didn't care about it. Yeah. I didn't care about it.
Rachel, confronts her about the boyfriend and then slut-shames her.
Rachel just walks in there, and then Kelly is like, I didn't know you guys had a thing. And she's like, yes, Kelly, you knew we had a thing. That's why you did it.
And she goes, Rachel, you need to know what boys want. Otherwise, you're never going to get it.
Yeah.
Rachel kind of calls her a slut at that moment and throws coffee on her.
Yeah, she does. So, screaming, after she finds the dead body of the deputy, she finds the dead body of Kelly.
Yes.
And then screaming, she runs up the stairs and calls for Jamie, but she's not there.
Right.
But on her way, she finds Brady. And he tries to drag her out of the house, but it's locked because they have a key deadbolt. There's not any other way to open it, like you have. So then Brady gets his gun and he shoots the lock, but it's fucking metal and it doesn't just open. Yeah. So they head back up the stairs and they actually find Jamie, but Michael is downstairs.
Yeah, suddenly Billy Idol Michael Myers shows up. His hair is so... the mask changes so differently and he has like that peroxide Billy Idol hair.
Okay, Brady goes to shoot Michael, but he's out of ammo.
Yeah.
So he's trying to change his shotgun shells, and Michael just keeps getting closer and closer. And by the time he gets the shells in, Michael's too close to shoot.
And this is when you said we don't know if he dies. I think this was too gory for whatever reason, because Michael Myers grabs his face.
Yeah, he's holding him by his head. He's like, lift him off the ground.
And lifts him up off the ground. And you could see the prosthetic like moving around. Again, like the thumb and the forehead in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it honestly looks like the next thing is ripping the whole head off the neck.
Off, right? Yeah.
And it really looks like they're like, no, you got to cut that.
Yeah.
And they did.
They probably did.
Because it hard cuts.
So the girls have now gotten to the attic, and they start throwing shit down the stairs to like impede Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Michael Bogus gets through the trunk because he just walks through it. And he finds a convenient knife. And
I have convenient butcher knife here.
And so the girls are now stuck because Brady nailed all the windows shut. So Rachel takes a suitcase and she uses it to smash the glass and break all as much as she can and have Jamie get on her back, like piggyback style, and they crawl out the window.
We have a whole rooftop chase.
And there's a whole rooftop,
It's just a whole bunch of shit.
So Michael follows them out on the roof, and they chase around. Rachel eventually navigates to the chimney and uses antenna wire to lower Jamie down.
Yeah, so there's this whole excess loop of antenna wire, which isn't weird.
No, it's not weird.
Absolutely
it's not weird at all. It's not weird.
And ties it around Jamie's neck and basically sends
her torso.
Or, sorry, neck. neck. Torso. What the fuck, Mike?
Rachel said, I am ending this.
You know what? I'll do it for you.
We good? Go away.
Which only sends Jamie like half a story down, so she's dangling by
because
her.
by then Michael has a ton of attack.
Right.
Yes.
And so Rachel
and she herself
Michael
is now dangling from a gutter.
From a gutter.
Yeah.
She has the worst of it because she just lets go and falls onto her back.
She falls all the way down from the third story, all the way down.
Jamie, we cut to, has managed to get to a trellis and has climbed down.
Yes, she's climbed down and she's like crying over Rachel, like, don't be dead, don't be dead.
And
then Michael
shows
up magically. Yeah. Jamie screams and she runs, but Rachel's not dead.
No.
We see her move. Dr. Loomis now finds Jamie on the street, and she tells him that everybody is dead, and she just wants to go home, but he's like, we can't go home. That's where he'll look first.
Right. So why?
And he asks her where the school is. Where's the school?
Do you have any idea?
He's like panicking. He's thinking of somewhere to take her that would be free of people at this time of the day. Like, what else is free of people at this time of the day?
They go to the elementary school.
They go to the elementary school.
They kick the door and it sets off an alarm. So that's what I was thinking, is maybe he knew an alarm would go off.
That was possibly. But so a burglar alarm is going off and they are inside. And Dr. Loomis says they'll hear some sirens soon. And Jamie asks, then we'll be safe? She's like, you don't believe that, do you? And Dr. Loomis says no, and he hugs her.
Right.
Which is really sweet.
It's a really sweet moment.
Michael Myers then suddenly is behind Dr. Loomis. I fucking jumped. I don't know if you heard me this morning.
No.
And I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's great.
I jumped.
That's crazy that you jumped here because I was wrong in my notes earlier about this is the Billy Idol hair moment.
Oh, this scared the shit out of me.
This is where he grabs Loomis and throws him through a glass door.
Yeah, and he grabs Loomis and he throws him through a glass door.
So you have a problem with Billy Idol.
I guess. All I can think of with Billy Idol is The Wedding Singer.
Oh, that's crazy. You don't think of White Wedding or Dancing by Myself?
I mean, no. Well, I mean, I do, but no. I think of The Wedding Singer.
Philistine. Anyway, let's go.
Okay. He throws Dr. Loomis through a glass door, and Jamie tries to find a door that's unlocked as she cries and she's terrified. She doesn't find one, but Michael also is not behind her suddenly.
Right.
She goes back down the hall looking, and she sees him on the stairs, and she goes running, but she actually like tumbles down the stairs.
It looks pretty bad, actually.
Yeah, it does. But he follows her down. But then suddenly, as Jamie's trying to crawl away, Michael grabs her ankle, and Rachel shows up with a fire extinguisher, and she blows that stuff
on him
in his face. Outside, the posse have heard the alarm, and they have come running or driving, and they see Rachel come out of the school carrying Jamie, and she tells them that he's inside the school. But somehow Rachel convinces the posse to get them out of Haddonfield instead of...
I kind of do like this moment because the militia's like, you know what? Actually, fuck this.
That makes sense. Let the cops deal with this.
Let's the cops deal with this. They're still being like weird, like libertarians. They're like, that's what we pay our taxes for, is the cops doing this shit.
Yeah.
And they all like convince themselves to like not put themselves in danger, and they all jump on their trucks and get out of town.
Yes. So they drive off, they take the girls out of town. On the way, they pass the state police, and the last trooper in the line stops to talk to them, and he tells them to go to this other station down the road, 4 miles down the road. But Suddenly,
But of course,
a hand comes up on the side of the truck.
Myers is in the truck.
Michael Myers has been there the whole time, hanging onto the truck.
Lindsay, you're right. Everyone needs to look at their vehicles.
Yes!
Where is Michael Myers in relationship to your motor vehicle?
Yeah. Whenever you're not out there in the morning with me, when we leave, I look in the backseat of my
Good.
car. I probably should start doing it when you're there, but for some reason I don't.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
I don't know, but there's like a safety. There's like a safety net of another body, I think.
I'm probably just gonna drive off and not notice. And I'm like, was that an axe? And then I'm just like,
Just wave
oh, my
goodbye.
podcast started. Hang on.
Okay, anyways, the hand grips aside, he pulls himself in, he starts wrestling all the guys in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
He throws them off the
He's
truck.
killing these good old boys, throwing them off
And then
the
his
truck.
hand suddenly bursts through the driver's side window, and he's gripping the face of the driver. He's like trying to rip it off. It's gross.
This is kind of the best gore in the movie so far.
Sure. He's like literally trying to rip this person's face
and it's
off.
just by the angle of it is that it goes in, to the side, and your imagination is left to be like, oh, he's ripping this man's face
He's
off.
ripping that man's face off. So then Rachel takes control of the truck and shoves the driver's body out because he's dead now. And
Third time the music.
Michael is on the roof and trying to get like a hold on her, and he keeps pulling on her sweater. And this struggle is causing this truck to veer all
There's
over the
a
road.
stuntman on the top of this truck. Really back and forth, and he like inadvertently head bangs his head
He
down
does.
into the windshield.
Yeah,
and they catch it in the movie. It's
And
fantastic.
Rachel,
That was
this is
good.
when Rachel slams the brakes and Michael flies off the truck straight into like a fence or something. And then she's like, "Die, you son of a bitch!" And she runs him over.
He stands up. She rams him. The cops now more cops have shown up,
Yep.
right?
And we hear sirens in the background, and the sheriff and more cops have shown up.
For whatever reason, Jamie has now.
So Rachel tells Jamie to stay in the truck and then runs to go talk to the cops. And Jamie just like doesn't. And she
runs to the body
and starts holding his hand.
and holds his hand.
Yeah.
So there's stuff in this movie that doesn't land, but is interesting to
Yeah.
me.
Well, Michael's not dead, and he grabs his knife, and he stands up, and they all open fire, and they blast him until he falls into a well. And then the well and all the land around it collapse.
It literally looks like he falls into a well, and then a sinkhole eats the well.
Yes, all at the same time. So now Jamie has been returned to the Carruthers household. Dr. Loomis comes in and says, yeah, it's over. And Michael Myers is in hell.
There's no reason that Dr. Loomis would be convinced without seeing this man's body.
Right?
Right?
But
Not the
like,
man that we've known this whole time.
No, but he does. He says that, he's buried and he's where he belongs.
He's back in hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then Mrs. Carruthers decides to take Jamie upstairs and give her a bath. And then suddenly, POV has changed.
We get a Michael Myers
Someone
POV.
has grabbed a pair of scissors and put on a mask. And the someone is now creeping up on Mrs. Carruthers. And then she screams. Then Dr. Loomis runs up the stairs, and we see Jamie with a bloody pair of scissors and her clown mask on. And Dr. Loomis is screaming, no.
No.
And he actually points his gun at her. But then the sheriff knocks it out of his hand, and Rachel and her dad have joined, and everyone are just standing on the stairs, staring at Jamie,
She
holding
raises scissors.
a bloody pair of scissors.
Credits.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
So she caught insanity from him?
Yes.
Wait till number 5. Everyone returns in number 5.
Yeah.
Pleasance,
Rachel.
her Loomis,
dad.
obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone returns to number 5.
It is literally, it is a real continuation.
So this is, according to the internet, the beginning of the Cult of Thorn storyline, which
Weird. There's no Cult of Thorn in
No.
this movie.
I started 5 last night. Now, most people hate the idea of the Thorn.
The Thorn Cult is only in 6.
It's not, though. I started 5 last night,
Okay.
and the Thorn tattoo is close to the beginning of that on
There's
Michael
a big
Myers'
jump
hands.
between 5 and 6. Like
What do you-
years.
Nope, absolutely not. It pretty much picks up immediately that she's just killed her mom and she's a
6 is the Paul Rudd one.
6 is Paul Rudd.
And that's
Introducing Paul Rudd in Paul
But that's like
Rudd.
1993, right?
So much
93
has
sounds like
happened.
Okay, so it's 88, and then
It's
after that,
89.
in 89, and I said there's a big jump between
Oh,
5 and 6.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about between 4 and 5.
So like there's a giant gap between 5 and 6.
But the Cult of Thorn thing, look, it's like 1 a.m. I started 5 just to get my bearings. And because I was like, where's the Cult of Thorn to me was always 6. You are right.
Okay.
And only 6.
Right.
But apparently there's seeds in 5, and only the seeds were planted only because of 4.
Okay.
Because of Jamie as the niece.
Yes, we will.
We'll see.
We'll do Paul Rudd's version as well.
Yeah, so I love that there's a introducing Jamie Lee Curtis Halloween, there's an introducing Danielle Harris Halloween, and there's an introducing Paul Rudd Halloween. Mm-hmm. And he's playing...
It's pre-Clueless.
It is.
Right?
No, it's literally introduced. It doesn't say introducing, but most people say Clueless, but it is by the timeline Halloween 6 is his first movie. And he is playing the grown-up boy that Jamie Lee Curtis babysits in the first one.
Right.
So that's Halloween 4.
That was Halloween 4.
Things got way too convoluted, I think. Both in the movie and the podcast.
Yeah. Sometimes when we have this much lore, it gets convoluted.
Well, and I like freaking out about stuff. I guess, is there a question from John?
Why is the mitochondria the powerhouse of the cell?
What? Because it's the mama. I don't know enough about cell biology.
Yeah, I was like, you can look it up. I was like, I know we haven't studied this since...
middle school? High school? I don't know. Science? I'm an art student. Like, how long ago did I take a science class?
Why is the mitochondria the powerhouse of the... Why is that the only thing that I memorized from the lesson? Probably because they were like, it's going to be on the test.
Michael's literally Googling it.
No, I'm not Googling it. I'm Googling something.
John, this is not the place for science questions.
Do you guys remember the guy with the frizzy hair that came out in the
Beekman?
The jumpsuit that had all the organs on it?
What the what? I thought you were going to say Beekman from Beekman's World.
Slim Goodbody. Do you all remember Slim Goodbody?
No.
Go ahead and you at home.
I know
Google
Slim
Goodbody.
Jim.
He's a guy that I return to all the time.
Oh, he's a TV character.
He was a TV character. He was a guy that did a little show.
Oh my god, I kind of remember him.
Ew. This is horrible.
I have a big joke about
that.
About
that.
A combination of him as a children's producer mixed with Frank from Hellraiser.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's very funny, and I can't wait to like finally put it on paper somewhere. But I think...
Oh, did he make a book and we need to read it? Okay, sorry. Continue.
I went down a COVID rabbit hole about this guy, the bizarre echoes of my childhood. I think he's fine. I don't think he's... Anyway, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell because Slim Goodbody
told you so.
He told you so. And
I'm pretty sure,
I've never questioned it since.
In that vein, then Bill Nye told me so.
Someone told us once, John, and we just bought a hook, line, and sinker.
So here's what Google's AI says. I hope it's right. Mitochondria are called the powerhouse of the cell because they generate over 90% of the chemical energy needed to power the cell's biochemical reactions. Through a process called cellular respiration, they convert nutrients into a usable energy currency called adenosine triphosphate.
So it's the power station.
It's the powerhouse of the cell.
So a strange man in a bodysuit told me once. It's a little more interesting.
What about Mr. Wizard? Do you remember Mr. Wizard?
No.
Do you remember Mr. Wizard?
Mr. Wizard.
It's Nickelodeon from
Slim.
Really,
I
know.
Goodbody.
It was pre-Bill Nye. It was Mr. Wizard. We had Mr. Wizard first.
Vaguely like who he did the workouts. Why did everyone have that haircut?
I'm guessing. So, okay, I got my hair cut on Friday, and
Jesus Christ, you told me not to open a beer.
I got my hair cut on Friday, and the salon told me, and multiple, not just the person who was cutting my hair, but multiple people told me how all these boys are now perming their hair to get the big, floppy, curly stuff that our child has.
It's always fucking looks maxing kids.
And I just remember, do you remember seeing pictures? I don't know if you ever did. My brother would remember, but do you remember seeing pictures of my dad with a perm?
Oh, yeah, I've seen them. It's wild.
It's wild. Because back then, it was maybe the late 70s, early 80s. My dad permed his hair.
Well, it was Tucker and Dale with one of them called the bad guy body perm.
Yeah.
So,
well, so
maybe it's always been one.
There's like Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Slim Goodbody.
Slim Goodbody's definitely got a...
Bob Ross. I'm like, what was happening?
People wanted that volume.
Yeah, your uncle.
My uncle, yes, uncle.
You just showed me that crazy picture of your uncle.
I did show you that crazy picture of my uncle with this crazy afro. Yeah.
All right, I'm fucking landing this. Are we all good?
Yeah.
Anything else to say?
No.
We're gonna see Michael soon, or eventually.
Again. We'll see him again.
But you have just sat up straight and cocked your head at the Creature Podcast. I want to thank our producer, Jamie. She's evil on two legs. At cherrystreetstudios.com or cherry_street_studios on Instagram. Thank you to Kevin MacLeod for our music. Art is made by myself, and Lindsay. You get all our episodes, our merch, and Justice for Sunday at creaturepop.com. Until next time, spit once and get a shotgun, John.
Spit once and get a shotgun?
No,
Spit?
So, in the dive bar, keep all this. In the dive bar, they're like, why is the police station shut? And they're like, yeah, Sheriff Meeker, if Martians landed, he would spit once and get a shotgun. He wouldn't shut the police station down.
I feel bad that you had to explain that, but it was funny.
I feel like that's a lot of this podcast.